A Land of Lightning and Liars. By L.P. Cowling. A land of lightning and liars. The realms present, the events, and all characters, are the intellectual property of the author, and are not intended to represent any country, person, or event in history. Any similarity between any of the works of fiction in the novel, and any person or event, is purely coincidental. Copyright 2023 Luke Cowling. All rights reserved. Realm at War Trilogy. Book 2. The heart of man is very much like the sea. It has its storms, it has its tides, and in its depths, it has its pearls too. Vincent van Gogh. Prologue. Romy Valoria was born during a powerful Winterhold storm, months after the fall of Valoria, but many moons before the departure of the Elves. Raven, her father, held her for the first time, feeling the weight of her warm, delicate body in his arms. Her mother, Ariana, gazed at her with tears in her eyes, overwhelmed by the love she felt for this tiny new life. Raven looked at his daughter, and for the first time in years felt at peace. He was the bastard son of the warmonger king of Arvandor, estranged from his father and his birthright. He had seen and done terrible things in the name of ambition, but now with Romy in his arms he felt like there was a chance for redemption. Ariana, too, felt the weight of the world lift from her shoulders. She had lost her home and her family in the fall of Valoria, and her few remaining people had been forced to flee from the fallen realm. She had been kidnapped whilst holding Romy within her, by Winterhold, a people which now she had an unsteady alliance with, and lost her entire realm to the ambition of King Garen and the realm of Arvandor. But now, with Romy's arrival, she felt a glimmer of hope. The Winterhold storm raged outside, but inside the small shelter they had made for themselves there was only warmth and love. Raven and Ariana looked at each other, their eyes full of tears, as they realized that they had created something beautiful in the midst of all the destruction, a realm at war. As Romy grew, it became clear that she was a unique child. She had her father's hair, black as coal and as wild as the storm that had raged the night she was born. But her mother's blue eyes dominated, bright and clear like the sky on a summer's day, overpowering her father's brown. Raven would often stare at her in wonder, marveling at the fact that this little creature was his daughter. In the months that followed Romy's birth, Raven and Ariana worked tirelessly to create a new home for themselves and the other survivors of Valoria. The emptiness of having an army vacant within Winterhold permitted growth and more permanent lodgings for what had become the Valoria refugees, both royal and common. The motivation for restoring her realm.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?